Alright, Laura, just wanted to go ahead and jump into this with you in a video capture so that you can see how to fix these kind of problems in the future. They are not easy, fun problems. The hardest part about Squarespace is the spacing, using that little spacer. So first thing you're going to want to do is you want to go ahead and click this little drop down arrow, and you can see this allows you to preview and edit in various viewports. So let's go ahead and click on the phone. I've been playing around with this a little bit and figured out what's going on. But you can see here that Squarespace has to do with like reading a book, left to right, top to bottom. And so your spacers help to tell Squarespace that format. And so you can see here that it's got the title and then picture and then Teresa's name and then her title and then her bio below her. And same with Carrie, all that's fine. You can see here that I fixed Deetra and I fixed Bud. But here's what's going on, why that's an issue, and I'm going to actually show it to you with these two because I haven't fixed them yet. So what's going on is this. In Squarespace, you can see that there's some clear delineation here, clear line breaks with the spacing and how I set that up. Some of it was already set up properly, but on the ones that weren't, what I had to do is I had to go ahead and create out an intervening spacer here. So you'll notice that and yours doesn't have that intervening spacer. There's a spacer here, but when it was first set up, it must have been this block was clearly linked with this before it was moved into the position. That's the only thing I can really think of here. But this one has a spacer, but you'll notice that this spacer is saying, okay, we're going to put a space between this block of text and this block of text. It's not saying, okay, we're going to go ahead and do a clean break and tie this text in with this photo to the right of this photo. So that's what we're telling Squarespace right now. So that's a problem that we have to fix. In order to fix that, it's a little bit annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this all out, and I'm actually just going to delete that. So I've got that saved to my clipboard. I'm going to delete this spacer, and then I'm going to delete. Good, that text box disappeared on its own since it's empty. I'm going to add in here another spacer. Whoop. What I really want to do is actually not a spacer there. I want to actually do a spacer here because I need to find the next area that's going to do a clean line break all the way across the page. So let me delete that one because that's not necessary. Let me delete that one because that's not necessary. Now that I've got this spacer that's going all the way across the page, I can click and drag it up here into location. Or rather, let me not do that. I'm going to want to bring this down because anytime I bring up here, the spacer's like, okay, where do you want me to go? Do you want me to be a space right here? Do you want me to be a space under the text, which is exactly the problem that we had before. So instead, what I want to do is I actually want to bring this spacer to the right of this little bottom spacer here because now, no, it's not what I want to do. Come on. Once again, that whole formatting thing. Okay, let's stop that. Let's come down. Okay, give me a spacing block for the whole row. Delete that. There we go. Give me a spacer for the whole entire column. Great. Now let's bring this spacer down so I'm not formatting it on that one. Now you can see that I've got two spacers covering the whole width here. On this spacer, I'm going to bring this up. Just minimize it. It doesn't need to be a large spacer. I'm going to bring this on over so it's in line with the photos, and you can see the other spacing on the page so that everything's going to line up properly. Now I can click and drag her photo down here, putting it underneath this small spacer. Okay, now you see we've got a clean spacer going all the way across here. This first spacer to the left of this other spacer. It's just the right size to format it appropriately. Now under this spacer, I can drop a text block. And voila, put that in place, hit save on this, problem solved. Okay, now let's test it. Let's make sure. Let's click here, do the viewport on mobile, and voila, gorgeous. Okay, hope this has been helpful. Thanks, Laura. Let me know if I can help with anything else. Hope you liked the logo intro I did for the restore, and if you want one for the 25-year anniversary, just let me know what kind of assets you want me to put in that and the overall teaser product that you want to come from that project. Thanks, Laura. Till next time, aim high, aim straight, and always hit your mark.